Hello and welcome to the Rate of Mindfulness YouTube channel. I bet you're probably here from either Three's a Podcast or the Demonetized Experience. Give a little bit of my background. First to let you know, you're going to find all things coaching or self-improvement from law of attraction to NLP or hypnosis. I'm going to cover just about everything on this channel. So feel free to post your questions in the comments or email them to me. What I'm going to start with today is actually a question that I get asked a lot from people that have listened to my podcast or have coached personally. Now, very often I have people come to me with this scarcity mentality when it comes to their dating lives. And I've actually developed a rule, or kind of stolen a rule from a lot of dating coaches, and I call it the 10% rule. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to stop and I want you to think about, if you're kind of in that mindset, stop and think about, how many people actually exist in the world. I'm going to give the ballpark, it's about 7 billion, okay? And this works both ways, male or female, because when you cut that in half, say 50% is the opposite sex, that's going to be 3.5 billion. All right, and if you take 10% of that, that's 350 million members of the opposite sex that would be more than likely willing to date you. And 1 in 10 really isn't that bad. And I would give that to every semi-attractive person that you encounter. Probably 1 out of 10 people of the opposite sex that you encounter probably would be willing to date you or find you attractive. Now, let's go even further. You could drop that down to 35 million. And at 35 million, that's, 1%. That's still more people than McDonald's has stores. McDonald's has 38,000 stores worldwide, right? Now that would just be a little bit over, let's say you keep dropping that down to 35,000. I'm not exactly sure what the math is on that, but I think you get the point. A lot of people, I don't know, they don't really read situations well, or they self-sabotage and they don't realize kind of what their market is, kind of what they're seeing around them. And I really feel like this mentality helps people. I would say if you're up on the upper scale, it's probably even 50%. But bare minimum, your 10% is a hell of a lot greater than what you think it is. Think about that, distributed across the world. And, that would be a great self-esteem raiser, I think, for anybody, So if you have friends or family or people that just say they just can't find somebody, have them walk in a room of 10 people of the opposite sex, and I guess it's like almost a game of Russian roulette. Guess the crush, guess the attraction. But I think another issue people have is they need to develop a sense of confidence in being able to read signals from people. Because people reading is something that a lot of people are very lacking in, especially in the modern age where we have people, they text all the time. There's not as much face-to-face interaction. A lot of people read into text too much and they freak out about that. But if you're in a spot where you are, actually able to read those signals, you're going to pick up on that more. And you're going to start seeing that 10% rule come into play more and more often than if you just kept blindly going after whoever. So anyway, thank you I'm going to thank the viewer for their question, and I will see you next time.